So I know you from the Rockefeller days. I remember came through my old radio station. You gave us velour sweatsuits back in the day. You've been a man of business for many years, and recently we saw what's going on. We saw you going at Lee Daniels. Can you just tell us about this situation? Like what happened?
I mean, it's real simple. I gave him $2 million for one project, which was The Woodsman, and when I made my money back, he asked me to put that money into Shadowboxer, and I was very apprehensive about it because that was my working capital to remain independent for my movies, and he promised me, he guaranteed I'd get my money back in like 3 months,
What year was
most.
that?
3 years before Precious. I don't even remember. It's
Wow.
been so long. And you know, um, the movie, the way he presented to me was like, "Yo, it's a platform to showcase my directing skills." But I'm like, "Yo, this is my money for working capital." And he was like, "I promise you, you're gonna get your money back."
Oh, you sideways now.
And then, yeah, is that cool?
No, can you do it the other way?
No, just do it. Look, I got it. I got it. I got the one I
That's
got one.
perfect. Okay. Pick up.
So, 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 you know, a lot of the money, the movie ended up costing a lot of money, like about 10 million, not two. And more people put money into it, and I had no control over the way it went out. And it just ended up being a good movie that didn't make money. It's a very extreme movie. It stars Helen Mirren and Cuba Gooding. So, you know, I didn't get my bread back. And, a couple of years later, or a year or two later, some people want to invest in this next movie, and I just happen to know them. And I tell Lee, I'm like, Lee, all I could do is tell him the truth. I loaned you some money, you haven't given it back. So he made an agreement with me right there. I'm gonna put you on every movie I make till you get your bread back.
Mm.
So they invested in this movie. I forgot the name of it, and with Mariah Carey starring in it, and it didn't do anything. And then the same people that put the money up that I co-signed for put the money up for Precious. So I'm thinking I'm gonna be on Precious. My name's not on Precious. I don't get invited to no screenings. And even before that, like I put them at the table with a different circle of people. Like I try to present them properly. Like when I invested in his movies, we would go to Sundance and Cannes. I would bring Kanye to perform. I would make merch. Like how I do things.
Yeah.
I put him at the table with people like Andre Lee and Tally. So we could all support. And he would always sell me on the black thing. Like, oh, we black. I go to Oprah Winfrey. She won't give me no money. I go to what's his name? Denzel. He won't put up no money. So I'm like, all right, I'll try to help you, but just when you get there, look out. It
Yeah.
was an investment in him as well. And into our culture. And then for him to just disappear like that, to turn his back, not even throw me in, like I can't even go to an Oscar party. The fuck giving me my money back, like not even pass a plug. So boom, Shakim puts him on the phone a year too late.
Sha-
While
Sh-
Precious is no
Shakim
Shakim,
is Queen Latifah's manager.
yeah. So
Yeah.
he me and him cool, and he had seen him on the red carpet and was like, yo, he knew the situation, so he put me on the phone with him one day. So I was like, yo, what's good? Like he like, oh no, I got you. I know I'm wrong. Whoop de whoop. And he starts to tell me he don't have no bread. He spent the precious money, all this other dumb shit. And he's like, yo, I'm not even doing movies no more. I'm gonna do um TV. It ain't no money in movies. I don't make no money.
Mm.
So he was telling me about this project, which happens to be about a rap mogul. And like, I don't know who y'all know he spent time with or knows that's a rap mogul. And you look at this shit, but that's another story. But he tells me he's gonna throw me on that, and I'm cool. No aggressive conversation. I don't flip on him. He keeps saying and all of a sudden he starts having his assistant or somebody, this woman named Simone, call me, and she's like talking to me disrespectful, accusing me of going to jail and all this other shit.
Wow.
And then they don't put me on Empire. So that's when I put a lawsuit on them. I put a lawsuit on them, and we settle. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, if you can't give me the money, if you really ain't got it, put me in a position to make it. But I shouldn't have to work it off. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put you on this movie. We go to court, we settle out. He says, I'm gonna put you on this new movie. Pryor, who happens to be setting up with Harvey Weinstein, who he knows that movie won't never get made, and then he decides not to do the movie, doesn't disclose it. So I just finally ran into him.
So what we saw just
that was last Saturday.
That was June 16th. Last
Saturday at the Diana Ross concert.
Okay.
At the Hollywood Bowl.
So this is the first time you saw him in years.
That I was getting. Pardon?
This is the first time you saw him in years.
I haven't seen him since before Precious.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So you run into him. Did you know he was going to be there? Was it like a?
Well, what happened was I had an invite to go anyway, and we called late. So she was like, "We got the tickets, but by the way, your man Lee Daniels is here." I was like, "Oh, I'll be there." So I had to go because I love Diana Ross. So I went. I was on my way. Yeah, I went. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess we saw like 2.5 minutes of it on your Instagram TV story. What came out of that situation? Was it? Did you feel confident about it?
No. So what happened was, we reached. He told me that night. I got another piece. He gives me his number. He get over because I gotta like walk myself off the ledge because that's a $2 million, and he just been disrespectful about it. And we both from the same place, so he understands really how disrespectful that is. You know what I'm saying? Like that to owe me money, to be outside spending money, not to give it to me, like all that. And I'm sick of everybody doing that. Everybody does that. I don't know why people think when I invest in them in their dreams, when they get to their dreams, for some reason they don't think I deserve to even get at least the money I put up back. I don't understand that.
Who were you said this isn't the first time this happened. Who were some other people that you're saying that this has happened with?
It's a funny situation because it's people that are close to me.
Okay.
And it's people I'm really trying to avoid to have to do. But just say I put $6 million into a business and it's doing $100 million now, and they don't want me to get my money back. And because there's people I love involved, I can't really go as hard as I generally would. But I'm gonna figure it out. But I respect my kids more than I respect anything in my family. You know what I'm saying? So. I don't really want to get into that. But, if I have to, if I could get it to other people, Tops and Downs, they're another crew that's very exploitive, and they've been taking and stealing my family's money, and I got a lawsuit on them right now, and they just don't think they got to give up no books. But, I got lawsuits. People just don't talk about it.
Tops and Downs.
Tops and Downs, yeah. They robbing. They taking my kids' money. They definitely taking advantage of Rachel Roy, for sure.
Tops and
Downs. My business that I put $6 million. So you're going to hear about that, too. But if you look under the hood, I have a lawsuit on them for the last 3 years. But bottom line is just like I give money, but nobody thinks I should get it back. I always got to go to court to get it back because I'm an independent. And in that instance, Tops and Downs told me straight up, yo, we got a bigger fund than you, so we just going to rob you, period. Like they just was gangster about it.
Now it's
always David and Goliath. And this is money I put up. These are people that, it's a long story.
Got it.
But we'll get to that. I'm gonna just put it like this: whoever owes me money, I'm coming to get it legally. Period.
Got it.
It's just I'm not doing it from a position of I need it because I'm secure. I've been making my own movies. I got my own movie studio. I got Dame Dash Studios. I made Honor Up with my own money. I made The List. I made this other movie. I got 3 movies on deck right now. I got my own movie studio in Burbank. I got my own streaming service. I got a book. I got my own clothing line, Poppington, with my own cut and sew. I did it all on my own. I got my own liquor. I got Dusco Wine and Spirits. I got the whiskey and I got the wine. I even got my own weed, King Dusco, all on my own. So even though I didn't have that $2 million, and I still had to be independent and still make it happen without it, but I still want my money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just give me anyone that knows him, anyone that grew up with him, why does his mother deserve to get? And I'm not disrespecting his mom, but he bought his mom a house. And he bought that money bought his mom a house with money that I would have bought my kids something. I got to pay my kids college. Why should his people get stuff over me first? I don't understand that. Just give me my money back and then don't go do what you got to do. But it's just flagrant.
Dame, why do you think people feel like you can support their dreams and when it's time for them to pay you back, they don't do it? Why do you think that keeps happening?
It's because I always put love before business. I always put empathy before business. They take advantage of that shit because I really want to help. I'm used to putting people before I put myself. And I'm just used to it. But I don't know why people, maybe they insecure, they want all the credit, or they just straight up greedy. I don't know. But it's usually the people that have no concept of putting up their own money are always the ones that never want to pay back. Because they don't know what it is to really have $2 million and give it to somebody. They don't know what it is to invest in somebody but themselves. They only get a salary. He in it for the salary. His credit. So bottom line is, after that, I tried, his lawyer called my lawyer. Me and him got on the phone, and he just started selling me dreams. Like you said, he's trying to tell me I'm going to put you on this other movie. I'm like, yo, I don't want to be on another movie. I just want my money. Yeah. And I'm just saying, anybody that knows him, ask him why he doesn't think I should get my money. But, like, how do you work with that kind of scumbag? I don't think whoever works with him is, like, looking the other way. Like, ask him, like, yo, how you justify this shit? Taking that kid money like that and not giving it back and running around here doing all kind of announcements, having deals, buying shit. And you're not even going to pass the plug. It's just disrespectful.
Dame.
But again, I had other shit to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That shit didn't define me. You know, I'm a man. I could have been blew him up. You know what I'm saying? But as opposed to that, he black. He used the black card. Black people funded his shit. And he don't even want to pay black back. What type of shit is that? He keep making movies about the black experience, but he's making it harder. And when we do stick together, look how he treats us.
You were talking about, I know you have a book out called Culture Vulture, and in your caption on Instagram, you said Lee Daniels is a culture vulture. Can you explain what that term means for people that don't know what that means?
He takes from the culture, but he doesn't give back. And what's really messed up is he's from where I'm from, so he knows the struggle. He knows how important it is for us to remain independent. He took my independent money and went corporate, just like they all do. Now, I'm not going to call out no names, but y'all start looking under the hood and look at what goes on with everybody. I put everybody on, and when they get corporate, they shut the doors. Won't even post nothing up for me on Instagram.
Like, the public perception about you is all wrong. Like, because we've seen...
I don't even care.
Got it.
I don't care.
Got it.
Yo, my daughter just graduated from high school, private school. She's going to college, and that's all that counts.
Yeah.
As long as we healthy and safe, I don't give a fuck what nobody think. I just want my money.
Yeah.
Like, if people always do that shit because I tell them the future, I address the elephant in the room. It makes people uncomfortable. All right, I'm honest. People don't like that shit. They don't like that I'm direct. So what, man? I ain't got time for none of that shit. I'm a businessman. I bet you everybody that thinks I'm an asshole never put up their own money. That's why they think I'm an asshole.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about ownership, because I think that's very key.
That's all I know is ownership. That's all I know is ownership.
Talk about that, because I know, you've had issues just with your battles with, your previous, with Rockefeller and all these different things, and you just...
I ain't got no issues, but bro, that's all big business. That's all big business. It's part of the game. That's all. I'm playing a big game. I'm playing a different kind of game. I'm not trying to be working for somebody, and then when I'm not here, my family's not supported. I'm always invested in my family being able to run when I'm not here. So I got to make a different kind of money, just like a business. You don't have a good business if it can't run without you. You don't have a good family if it can't run without you. So I'm building something that I could pass to my children so they don't have to go through anything that I had to go through, so I could practice the nepotism that other cultures get to practice. Like I don't want to have my kids start from reset every fucking generation. They shouldn't have to start from where I'm started. And I know how it is out there. I'm investing in my bubble. I'm trying to keep my environment controlled. For me and like how the Marleys do it. They don't buy motherfucking houses. They buy compounds. They buy neighborhoods for their family. It ain't about me. I can take care of me. I want to make sure my kids, my grandkids, that they good. That's what I'm working for. And it's a fight. Whoever delivers the truth is going to have to fight. I'm promoting ownership. That means it's going to make a lot of people. I'm not saying don't work. I'm just saying, instead of investing in the material thing, you got to invest in things that are going to make money back. Like I could buy a chain, I could buy a car, but I buy a camera. I pay an editor. I pay an office. I pay an invoice. I do all of that. I'm a real boss. And I'm proud of it. And that shit is priceless.
How long have you been independent? Because I know you've been talking about it for a minute. I'm just
people.
Listen, Dame, I know your story. I know everything. But a lot of people that are going to see this, they may not know. This is going to be on TV. This is going to be on radio.
Rockefeller was independent.
Yeah.
Rockefeller was independent. Then we got linked up with Universal. They was putting up the money, but we were still partners. But I still consider that independent. But since then, I've been independent. Like Rachel Roy was independent. Then I had to sell half of it to Jones, $1 billion company, so I could get Macy's. You know what I'm saying? But everything is independent. You know,
Yeah.
the last 10 years, I've been opening up independent art galleries all around the world, making content, building streaming services, you know, finding cool people in China, Thailand, you know, and also making sure that my kids go to school and that I'm there. Like, I've been able to architect my life where my kids come before my business. And as a result, my business has become strong.
Wow.
You know, when the agenda is the people you love, ultimately, you know, it seems harder, but it really isn't. And everything you want comes to you.
Yeah. Now.
Honor protects you. You're doing the right thing seems harder, but it ain't. It's
Yeah.
just a test.
Now.
I've been sitting by the pool too. Like, you know, I'm chilling.
I heard recently that you said that you shifted away from hip hop because you wanted to raise your kids, right? Raise your
Right.
daughters.
Right.
Do you think hip hop needs to change because it's like,
Nah, I just don't think it's a place for women
okay,
and little girls. You know, hip hop is always going to be about a generation that comes from an extreme circumstance, and they're going to be young. So they're always going to make mistakes. You can't expect kids to do things correct. It's just you got to expect the OGs to guide them. So that's why I try to give books, and you know, I don't try to push information on people. But when I have a platform, I try to teach. But you can't expect no rich 17-year-old to do the right thing. Like what
yeah,
you expect from a kid. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and
Rich kids that come from an aggressive environment where the only way they can survive is to act tough. That ain't the place for my daughters, but it needs to exist so at least you know what's going on. Like I wouldn't know what was going on with the kids if I didn't listen to the music and the shit they talking about. I
yeah,
wouldn't know that they all on drugs and they all fighting and you know it's okay to be a customer and be on syrup and Xanny and everybody wants to kill themselves. I wouldn't know that. It's the voice of a generation. That means that it means we should be doing a little better as older people instead of judging these younger people. Hip hop is the way hip hop is because of us, not because of them. They just got here.
got it.
This was what we left for them. We
What do
got to
you
stop blaming them kids. We got to blame ourselves.
what do you feel about? I just saw the other day that Reasonable Doubt turned 22 years old. I mean, that was like one of your first projects. Like when you see that, like it's growing, it's gaining. You know how you know how you feel about those days and that project in particular.
I mean, I think it's important to celebrate things that you've done a long time ago. But you know, I know what my mentality was 22 years ago, so I
Mm.
probably wouldn't approach things the same way. But I'm happy about it. But I love the fact that 22 years later, I still in the same day and promoting my Poppington cut and sew and my movies and everything else. So it's important not to live in the past, but to enjoy the past, but also know that you got to be doing something that's in the now. Like I hate to be that guy that's always talking about what I did 22 years ago, but
Understandable.
that's my ego. You
Un-
understand what I'm saying? But I think the magnitude of it is, yo, look what I did 22 years ago. If that has to be the least of what I did. If I started there, my expectation of myself is I do things a lot bigger. But I didn't do anything unless I knew it was going to live forever. So I expected it to do what it's doing.
Got it. What?
I expected us just to have a little more now. And at that time, I expected us all to still be friends.
Mm, got it.
Because at
So
the time it was for the friendship. At least I thought it was.
yeah. So is the so are you saying like we seen and I want to talk about this real quick and then I want to find out what you're really excited about now. Um, you just said it was about the friendship. You thought you guys will all still be friends. You guys aren't still friends, or it seems.
What you tell me?
I mean, sometimes friends have to go in separate
I didn't
ways.
ask you that. I'm just saying, are we still friends or not?
I probably not. No, no.
So there it is. You know, I don't get no money from what we was doing back then,
Yeah,
and that was strategically done. So friends usually don't do that to friends. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, one day when you could get an interview with homie, ask him why he did what he did and why he did it that way, and because as of yet nobody ever asked him. But y'all ask him that, and then you'll say, yo, that wasn't no friendly shit to do to somebody. It was business. It was a good business move, but it was fucked up to do to a friend.
got it.
I
Got
understand the business, but as a friend, it was fucked up.
got it. How are you? Are you over that? Are you over the situation with you and Jay?
That shit was 22 years ago. I ain't
Yeah.
think about that shit.
Okay. Dan, you the same day. Like the one thing I like about you, because you stay consistent. This has been the same you from I met you a long time ago. So what are you
Ain't
excited
nothing gonna
about?
change.
Yeah, what are you excited about now? Like what's the projects that you're working on, or the new scripts, or the new things that you're
Well,
doing right
right
now?
now, I'm excited about Honor Up, which is out. I'm
Yeah.
excited about you leave. Oh, come on, that's not fair. Come on. All right, that's cool. But at least you came through. I see. I want me to say bye real quick.
All good.
See you later. All right. Later. Um. So I'm excited about the movies I just put out. Honor Up, which I funded, directed, wrote. Put it out through Lionsgate. I'm excited about the list that's coming out in September, starring Brian White, Columbus Short, Claudia Jordan, which is done. I'm excited about this movie I just shot called A Shot for Justice, and I got 3 more days to shoot that. I'm excited about my movie studio and my new art gallery in Burbank and DDS 33. I'm excited about Raquel, Wifey for Lifey's television show about vegan cooking. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about the Dash Diabetes Network, about diabetics. I'm type 2, and, the app is there. I'm excited about Dame Dash Studios, and that's a streaming service. You can get it right now, Dame Dash Studios. I'm excited about Growing Up Hip Hop, the television show that I'm executive producing, and it's on the WE channel. I'm excited about Dusko Wine and Spirits, about whiskey.
How you do all of this? How do you manage all of this stuff? You just named about 6, 7 things. How do you manage all of this and be independent?
I mean, I guess because I love it. I don't do nothing that I wouldn't do for free. So, I drink liquor, I smoke weed, I look at television, I make movies, I wear clothes. So I like being the plug. So I enjoy making all those things. Wifey for Lifey, Raquel, she makes, vegan chef food for me every day. It keeps me healthy. I'm excited about showcasing that. I'm excited about Culture Vultures, the book, and giving this information. And I'm excited about getting the money back that I put into companies that I invested in, like, Rachel Roy and Lee Daniels giving me my money back. I just want my money back.
How confident are you with the Lee Daniels situation that, now that it's out there, it's, it just dropped, that you'll get your money?
Bottom line is, you see the thing. He said he owed me the money. He said he's going to give it to me. Yeah. I don't see where there's more to talk about. Just give it to me. Like, what's to talk about? Pause. Like, I don't understand it. Like, why is it that y'all think y'all shouldn't give me my breath? Yo, stop. Hey, yo, could y'all stop him, please? Give him the ball. He want to play fetch. My dog wants the fetch guard. He want to play fetch.
All good.
He's just growling. But, it's just like, yo, just give me the money I gave you. I'm good.
Yeah.
It's about $6-7 million on the street that y'all should just give me. You know what I'm saying? Give it back. And again, I just need to know people's explanation for it, like how they justify it. This ain't like he told me I'm a risk and all that, and that's the movie business. Nah, he told me he was giving me my money back in months. He knew what that was, and he made the money and didn't give it to me. And now I got to fight him to get it back. Like he didn't have to fight me to give it to him. I didn't have to work. Like he want me to work it off. I don't want to do a project. I just want my money, man.
Do you think it's a cultural thing? Like we do that to each other, or
all day?
Yeah.
Everybody that's robbed me the worst been the closest to me in the same color.
Wow. That's deep.
And everybody just looks the other way. Nobody asks no questions.
Dane, what would you do differently?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I love my life right now. If I had to do everything I had to do to get where I'm at right now, I'd do it. I'm happy. I'm independent. My kids are good. My daughter just graduated college. Why would I do something different? Fuck on me. Regardless of what I went through, I ain't in jail. I ain't sick. I ain't dead. My kids is in college. I went to a graduation. I never went to a high school graduation before, not even my own.
Wow.
So why would I change anything? My daughter's happy. She on the couch playing Uno. Look.
What's up?
Why would I change that?
How y'all?
Why would I change that? I'm a family man.
Yeah.
This wasn't about me. It was never about me. It's always about how good my kids' life is. So I don't care what I really go through. As long as they don't feel it, I'm good. And they haven't as of yet. And my daughter's 18 years old. My son 27.
What would your advice be to people that's trying to get in the entertainment business and want to do the things that you're doing, or how would you steer people?
If you want to do it at a professional level, know that you have to work harder than anybody that's a professional, but also architect your life where your family comes first. Don't spend too much time away from the people you love and justify that by I got to make money and make my dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? I had the only way to architect it where it doesn't affect your family is to be independent. The only way you can make your own hours is to be independent.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you always got to do what's in the best interest of your kids, not what's going to make your life easier in the moment. You always have to invest in the future of the things you love the most. If you're going to be a boss, that means you can't be selfish. You got to love other people before you love yourself. You got to pay your staff before you pay yourself, just like your family. You got to make sure your family eat before you. Like my family eats before I do. They got to have everything before I have it, and then I can do whatever's left. That's what I get to spend. If you're not thinking like that, then you in the wrong game.
Got you. Listen, Dame, I appreciate it, brother. This is always you, and I appreciate your honesty, man. Real rap.
It's all good, bro.